What's up, Buffalo Bills fans? I should say football fans because this is going to be a broader video, but it still relates to the Bills, but it also relates to a team that's in their division, more so a player, a polarizing NFL figure at the most important position, persona non grata, there is in football, as that quarterback. And if you know anything about the AFC East or the NFL for the last decade plus, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Tom Brady. And I'm here to say, and I felt this way for a long time. I really have. And I've always wanted him to lose and them to lose and just see these matchups against Manning, and I would always root for Manning. And you see, like, maybe if they play against another, thought of as a great quarterback like Breezes or a young Kaepernick. I remember Kaepernick went up there and won a game on Monday night or Sunday night football. It was really rainy. Brady came back and threw for a bunch of yards in the second half, but they still lost. But here you are now, 2.5 years removed, and Kaepernick looks like he's leveled off. His play looks like it's regressed a little bit, and Brady is just still, the wheel is still turning, and the cog in the wheel is just still going. And we've seen, a lot of Johnny come latelys, and the whole fad of the Wildcats and the Dolphins. They drafted a quarterback. I have one particular commenter who's a Dolphin fan, and he's a good guy. He's very respectful, and I mean, I appreciate anybody who watches my video. To be honest with you, anybody, any fan allegiances or anything like that, I try to be as non-biased as possible. Maybe sometimes I have been unknowingly, but anyway, and they drafted a quarterback specifically as a Wildcat quarterback in the second round, Pat White. I mean, they used a second round pick. I think a year or two before that, they had drafted a John Beck, 29-year-old, 28-year-old rookie, BYU, and then the same, a draft or so, the Chad Henne. It was all in that same bulk. And still, waiting to find out if Ryan Tannehill is or isn't the guy. But when you look at Brady, I think Dolphin fans who have had more success against Brady than Bills fans, but still you see the want and the desire and the passion. You're watching this game tonight against San Diego, and you just see the fire. In last week against Green Bay, where they lost, which is rare, you see the anger and the true genuineness that he's very, very visibly upset that they're going to lose the game. But then you see, the positive plays where, he connects with Gronk, the many plays he's connected with Gronk, and they're just having this, total high school moment. And if you're not a Patriots fan, you probably hate it. But at the same time, my God, you wish that was your team. You really, truly do wish it was your team. And as a Bills fan, I observe that, and I'm like, my God, I wish I had just a half of that, just half of the quarterback, the fire, the competitiveness, the consistency you see tonight, and compare it to the Bills quarterback Kyle Orton. Because I had a Patriots fan just text my last video, and and I had this thought because I sent a voice message. I love that feature on the new iPhone. If I could. Delve out of where you could send a little voice thing. I love that feature because there's sometimes you want to be a little more articulate via text, and sometimes things get misunderstood. You get my point. And I was just telling them before I read that message that Pat's fans sent me about Brady, how I'm jealous of him. I really am. I'm jealous, and I'll tell this to Patriots fans because I've watched a lot of football for a long time. I started watching football in the late 80s. I'm not the most grizzled, but being 34, going to go on 35, I've got 20 plus years under my belt. College football, high school football, NFL football. I didn't play NFL football by any means, so I don't even get that confused. But just watching it and just being a very conscientious observer of it, you've seen where the game's trending towards quarterbacks, but I've seen great ones. I've seen the Elways, the Marinos, and the Steve Youngs, and the young Brett Favre, and a young Manning and his maturation to what he is now, a Brady, to come from obscurity to who he is now, legend. Um, a lot of guys, and I've seen a lot of guys be very championed out of college who just simply faded away. You can't remember the names. I mean, sad picture on Twitter of Ryan Leaf coming out of prison, and you just see the guy, and you remember that fresh-faced kid who was drafted right alongside Peyton Manning, and it's just like, my God, could these guys have went in any different directions? And then the Jamarcus Russells, but my point of this video is just I really hope that Patriot fans truly, truly appreciate Tom Brady. It, because that what you have there, it just doesn't come around. It just doesn't. And the Bills haven't really made an attempt to try to truly address quarterback. They've put band-aids on a wound that needs surgery. I used to say band-aid on a wound that needs stitches or staples, but now the damn thing needs surgery. It's just regressed, and it needs to be completely operated on. But because Brady is just he's such a different animal. You see the just like I've stated before, the fire, the competitive, fire, the juice that flows. He wants it. You have Belichick, who really is the figurehead of it, and he does a great job of coaching the team and holding players accountable. The expectation level at Patriots Place is just it's up there. It's guys go there and it's their way or no way. Jonas Gray, we don't care what you did. You're gonna sit, and he did. And you learn hard lessons there. They release guys. They have no compunction about deactivating guys. It's just they don't deal with BS that would distract or get in the way of them winning. And guys are truly held accountable there. I mean, a lot of teams give lip service to that, but they don't adhere to it. But, about Brady, you see the things that he does. Like tonight, you see him sliding for the first downs, going head first, knowing when to, he always manages to do those little quarterback sneaks and picks up those, 3rd and 1s, 4th and shorts. He always knows where the chains are. He knows when to check in and out of plays. You see him doing it, and you see, very bad. You can compare Kyle Orton to Brady, but with Orton's slide today, had me thinking, just like, my God. It's just one of those little moments that just makes this big reality or big, thing just hit you, and you're just like, my God, we're so still, how many years, a decade plus, and still looking for a quarterback. And you see some of the throws, they're all, he's bracing for sacks before guys aren't coming there, and you watch this guy, he's looking downfield. He wants to attack, and he'll take the check down after seeing that what's downfield isn't what he likes or to his liking. It's just, I know to compare the two is just not even fair, but it's just you just see a guy that he's like a master chess player. He's thinking anywhere from 15 to 25 moves ahead, not only for himself but from his opponent, and then you quantify that as 50 moves. So the gears are constantly turning, and he's got the dickhead reputation of being the pretty boy and with the hairstyles and the model wife and all this other crap. I don't care. The man's not playing football for money. He's not. He doesn't need it. He's just so self-motivated, has the ultimate chip on his shoulder, wasn't entitled coming into the league as a 6th-round pick, and I'm just jealous. I just had to share that. I'm just jealous of Brady. I really am. I'm jealous of what the Pats fans have and have enjoyed for so long, and I really, truly hope you appreciate it. You really savor it while it lasts. Even Belichick coaching, how just how mentally strong he is. And I know he's a drip in terms of the media because he knows the media is a self-serving bunch of scumbags who are just out to serve themselves and not his team or him. He coached in New York for how long? I mean, this is the biggest scum pit of media there is. I mean, I live right here, so I can tell you point blank. And it's just that he threw everything, And I remember murmurings back in '08 when he got hurt and Castle came in and won 11 games, and everybody's like, oh, well, we could just move on from Brady. He's 31, 32. He's got the knee. We got this younger guy. No, no. It's just you can't give. Everybody falls in love with the measurables. You see Brady at the combine, and I know I'm going a little bit on with this, and you just there's that iconic image of Brady at the combine where he just looks like he's never worked out a day in his life. He just looks like a guy they took out of a cubicle and said, go run around and do football stuff. That's what he looked like. Everybody falls in love with the measurables and the arm strength and the 40-yard dash and the vertical jump and broad jump and all this crap. You can't measure the man. You can't do it. You can't measure the mind. You can't measure the mental fortitude of a person, the desire, and his will to win, and just the way he goes about his business. And I can only imagine the level of preparation and how he probably truly is a person who leads by example inside of Patriots place is probably second. It definitely is second to none. He's been doing it for so long, and I'm just here to say how much I respect it. I wish the Bills had just half of it. I really do. And to end it, I really hope Patriot fans truly appreciate what they have while they have it, because it's as unprecedented as I've ever seen. It really is. And I've seen Joe Montana, granted towards the end of his career, but I still saw him play. Coached by Bill Walsh, well later George Seifert. The young Favre and Holmgren. This level of success, it's amazing, and you guys are very, very spoiled, I'm sure, and it feels really, really good, and just enjoy it. Hope everybody has a good weekend, a good holiday, safe holiday. Times are crazy now. People are protesting. People are violent, and it's a time to just not only protect yourself but your loved ones, your family, and look at things. Look at football as a respite from everyday life and try to enjoy it as much as possible. But there are greater things, more important than a game. And I guess this time of year is the time to reflect on that more so than gifts and, I guess gifts as an acknowledgement of people you really care about and stuff. That's kind of a gesture of showing gratitude. But anyway, I'll stop being philosophical. Have a safe week. Take care. And it's last 3 games of the NFL season for a lot of teams. It's comes and goes fast. It's like seems like a long season, but it's a fast season, and when it's gone, you want it back so bad. But all right, guys, have a good week. Take care.